Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and welcome to my weekly Plan With Me, Draw With Me video. I just like to set up my Mondays, so I do a little fun drawing. It sort of sets my week up right. All the supplies I'll be using will be listed in the description box below, and a playlist on how I made this will also be linked if you're curious how I made a planner. It's kind of a fun recycle budget way to go about this stuff. Okay, I'm going to go backwards in time and list all the things that I have done this past week. So I had a Draw With Me video, and that was fun. I had a week 35 video. Okay, and then I've been doing nothing but dogs. So it's going to be dogs until the 20th. So that leaves me with less than 2 weeks left of dogs. And some of these I have never, I didn't know they existed. I didn't know, I don't know. I think I need to get my glasses for some of this. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. I am becoming farsighted. So that's kind of interesting. And my left eye is different than my right eye, so I'm definitely keeping it spicy. If you're not keeping, your optometrist guessing, then what are you doing? Because that's what I'm doing. I will throw up the prompt list. I finished the 2025, so I'm doing part of the 2024. Which it's been fun. I need to continue to get weird with it so it doesn't get boring. Okay, so that's what I drew this past week. We will go to my other planner. Again, when 2026 starts and I'm done with this, I won't be making a new one. This was fun for 1 year, but it feels redundant with how I've set up this. And this is a gallon leather with a Nolte cover and Itsy stickers. So I divide it in half and then just do a week thing. So we're officially September 1st to September 7th. So I did 7 dog drawings, which it's a lot of dogs. I'm just doing a lot of dogs. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, we are a little bit closer. We can see the pale date here, and there's no grid, and this is kind of how I'm liking doing my thing. Doing my planning, doing just sort of a week in review. It's sort of my version of a Hobonichi Weeks without the grid or the individual days, because I'm not doing as many videos as I was doing back in 2022 when I had a Hobonichi Weeks. So I feel like this is a good compromise. What else did I? Background research. Yes. Because, yeah, otherwise it's going to get really, I mean, it's kind of redundant anyways, but I kind of want to keep it, a little bit interesting. Oh, this pen. Week 35 video. This is one of the plastic nibs. PN plastic nib from Micron. And it kind of only, I have to hold it directly vertical to get it to write better. All right, and then I had a Draw With Me video. All right, so that was the past week. I behaved myself. Now, the week prior, I did a Uniball Signo in gold with a Caran Luminance colored pencil. I'm not going to do silver. It's really hard to show up, and we're currently having like scattered thunderstorms, so I lost all my natural light outside. Luckily, the camera lightens as it records, but where I'm drawing from my viewpoint of my eyeballs, it's really hard to see. So I'm going to use this gel pen. It's a Y and C. Oh gosh, I can't. Where's my glasses? Go gadget eyeballs. Okay. Yeah, I will throw up the full name. YNC Gel Extreme, because it has like a really long name to it. And I only own one, and this is the first one I've ever owned. and it's in bronze. And you can already see like how much ink I've actually used up. It was to here, and now it's kind of to here. So I've done 2 large drawings and it's almost done. So this was a fun pen. It just doesn't hold a lot of ink. And then for the colored pencil highlight, I'm going to be using a Polychromos by Faber-Castell. This is the dark red 225, and it has a 3-star light fast rating. So this is a really pretty red for those who like that. I'm not a huge red person, but what I'm drawing probably needs a little bit of red. Oh yeah, I'm so glad I'm not doing silver. I would not be able to see what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am drawing mythological creatures this 2-week sort of time span, and I am doing a phoenix, which is like a firebird. They rise from the ashes and they signify like rebirth, and there's a whole bunch of lore about them. I'm doing like a dove. I'm doing a dove and I'm going to add fire to it. So if you're wondering like, how is she figuring out how to draw one of those? I don't know. They're mythological. So in my mind, there's no right or wrong way. Oh yeah, the wind outside has gotten crazy pants, and it got warm and gross, and I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. But we're supposed to have it rained a little bit. We need another wing. Well, this is never gonna work. Yeah, our weather's so wild today. And so I pulled tons of weeds yesterday because I was like, I don't know what's happening today. We never know. So yeah, I did that for an hour. We've got some weird invasive things that every time I pull them, they kind of come back. And I'm like, well, shoots. So we've got weird root systems and tubers and all kinds of stuff. Okay, this is part of the same wing system here, and I kind of need to figure out, like, am I doing feathers? Is there going to be like a flame situation? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to doodle. I'm in a doodle mood, and this is just such a fun way to lean into that. Just do a fun little morning drawing on Mondays. And then when I'm done with the year, I will have 52 of these. Sort of fun little Monday drawing doodles. So that's kind of a cool year in review, like looking at the year and seeing all my progress and seeing everything I've done. It's one of those like little things that adds up quickly once you review the year. So if you're looking to sort of, I apologize for all the loud cars. If you're looking to lean into some of your goals that you made for the beginning of the year, and one of them was like more art or living an artful life or drawing more or creating more, consider starting a little bit of a habit of like a 10-minute Monday sketch. And it really sets your week off nice. Like, it's just such a positive, creative thing that you do for yourself that I just find such a great way to give back to yourself and just start the week off. But maybe, you know, Monday isn't your Monday. Maybe you don't have traditional, excuse me, Saturday, Sunday off. In which case, the start of your week. Start that day with a 10-minute sketch and put them together. Have them be friends. Figure out how you want to incorporate more art into your life and set a timer. It doesn't have to be a long thing. It could be just a study in pencil or an idea, some notes and some quick like contour drawings or blind contour drawings or just some warm-up exercises to get your brain flowing, get your creativity going. Okay, so that's kind of Does it look like a phoenix? I don't know. Like, I feel like he should have fire coming from him. I don't know anything about phoenixes, except that in mythology and stuff, they look beautiful. Okay, so let's add some red. Let's get some red in here. This would definitely benefit from a few more colors, like adding the orange, adding the yellow. It would definitely look more like fire. I've only drawn like one of these birds, oh, maybe once or twice in my life. So I'm just making things up here. You'll have to forgive me if I get it wrong, but maybe there is no right and wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure. I could have done cadmium red. I'm just not. Red is my least favorite color. Isn't that weird? Like, of all the things in all the worlds, that's one of my least favorite colors. I like reds that lean more towards brown. I like reds that lean more towards purple. I like other things in my red. So I'm never one to like grab cadmium red and be like, yes, let's bright red this. It's just not my thing. I don't know that he looks enough like a phoenix. We're gonna go with it though. We'll have bursts. We'll have these color bursts in here or something. I don't know. Fire bursts. You know how like fire cracks and pops and sparks? We do a lot of camping, so I've gotten really good at like cooking and stuff over open flame. That's such a weird skill set. Do you need breakfast over an open flame? I've got you. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll smear some of this. Ooh, yeah, okay. It's kind of fun. Again, the Tomoe River is a double-coated page, so ink takes a lot longer to dry. But I kind of like it, so we're gonna lean into it. Okay, so this is my bird. All right, and we're gonna add other birds because nobody's lonely. Nobody's lonely on a Monday. We all hang out together. Oh yeah, the rain is raining. Okay. So that's gonna be going for a while, which I don't have to water the garden. Okay, so here is my phoenix. He's a little, he's a little wild along with my dragon. I don't know, maybe this red was too close to the bronze color. Yeah, I need a page protector. Okay, I'm pressing a little heavy. And I don't want to influence next week's drawing by a bunch of pressure lines from the previous week, so we'll do it this way. Anyway, I'll link some stuff if you want to read about the phoenix, if that's something that you want to take a look at. Like if you're interested in birds, but you also don't know a lot about mythological birds, it's kind of a fun one. Okay, so here's my bird. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.